Hello, welcome. Welcome to day 4 of the Millionaire's Engagement Challenge. And today we are going to be covering 4 mistakes to avoid in order to get to your millionaire's engagement. All right. Number 1 mistake is to use the tools that you have learned in your career while dating, right? So when you grew up in the Western world, you learned that the more you give, the more effort you put in your career, at school, university, the better grades you have, the more, the better position you get, right? And it's just logical. The better you are at your job, the better promotion you deserve and the more salary you deserve. So it's just logical, right? And yet, when you use those skills in dating, it's gonna completely backfire, because you know that in dating we have polarity. There is no two masculine people who just exchange, right? Exchange through work and payment. Like, this is two masculine parties just exchange the time, work with payment. But in romantic relationships, especially with the guys that you feel attracted to, they're always going to be polarity. One of you has to be in the feminine, and feminine means leaned back, receiving, doing nothing, enjoying, bringing the flirty funness. That's the feminine. So when you use the same tools that you are using at work, guess what kind of guys you will attract? Low effort, not calling, not texting, not wanting to commit, not wanting to provide. I mean, how frustrating is that? And let me know in the comments if you have done this mistake, and I did this mistake for sure too. And yeah, I just didn't know better. I was also high achieving in all areas of life. I just wanted to do more and to get more, and I was just willing to put in the work, but in relationships, it completely backfires. So you got to be learning some relationship and dating skills that are usually even the opposite to what you are using at work, right? So being feminine is just receiving, just because. You don't have to do anything for it, you don't have to audition for it. And that actually brings us to the second mistake, and that is playing the nice, easy girl. Yeah, I like to call it the nice girl syndrome. This is a huge mistake women do, especially when dating millionaires, because imagine a millionaire, if he's empowered masculine energy, he wants a challenge, right? Like, he is the one who wants to put so much effort to get something back. So he's basically using the same skills as in his career, and he wants to put a lot of effort. He wants to kind of like convince you. He wants to, he wants to work hard for your love. But when you play the nice, easy girl, right, he gets bored. And the point is that, especially with wealthy, affluent men, most women play nice and easy because they believe, okay, if I'm not a challenge, you probably think that I'm easy and I'm nice and he will want me. No, not with empowered masculine men. They want a challenge. They don't want someone who pleases them and performs and is easy and nice. It's actually super boring for them. This is the evolution of men. They were hunters and they don't want anything easy. Yeah, there is this study. I don't quite remember who has done this study, but there's this study with cars, and then those people ask guys, what kind of car do you want? And all of them said, I want a cheap car, a low maintenance car, right? Something with good miles. Yeah, I want this kind of car. But at the end, all of them would buy the fast car, high maintenance, expensive, beauty. So yeah, they say, guys might say, men might say, yeah, I want someone easy and nice and this perfect wife, perfect girlfriend, but no, they don't want that. So stop trying to be nice. You don't have to be mean, but just don't do anything nice to be liked, right? If you have the intention to be liked, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself and let it go from there. Just excuse me a second. I'm showing up here, although I'm sick. Okay, but nothing can stop me from the 7-day challenge. All right. And then what goes within the nice girl syndrome is letting go of boundaries. Let's say you decided you're not gonna become a man's girlfriend, and now there's this millionaire, he's so good looking, and 100 girls want to be with him. Will you let go of your boundary and become his girlfriend? Will you accept his crumbs? Will you let go of your intimacy boundary? I hope not, because then, again, the more you are nice, easy, let go of boundaries, the more the value of you in his eyes goes down. Okay, so of course you're still valuable, but a man wants to see you as a prize, as something he has to work hard for. And yeah, you're just authentic, you keep your boundaries, and this is gonna work. It's going to work with high effort men. And let me know in the comments, have you ever been the nice girl and it backfired? I bet so. So let me know how it went being the nice girl, doing everything for the guy, calling, texting, driving to him, buying him nice gifts, having no boundaries of intimacy and exclusivity. Let me know how it went. I've done this and it went horrible. Okay, then the next mistake to avoid is to not be afraid to ask, right? I've actually had a comment lately. The girl was saying, so you're telling women they can decide how worthy they are? That's not true. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. You decide how worthy you are. I said it and I stand for it 120% because I've been working with so many clients who felt unworthy, got low effort, awful treatment from broke guys who are even like addicts or had other issues. And then they decided, you know what? I'm worthy. I am worthy of this good treatment, of having an affluent man, of having the commitment, engagement, proposal. Yeah, it is just a decision. It cannot happen overnight, of course. There must be embodiment work done. And if your parents didn't tell you that you're worthy, then you have to tell yourself and get the support there. But basically, yes, you decide how worthy you are. And the more worthy you feel, the more you will ask. You know those people at work, maybe your colleagues, there are some people who are just so shiny and they just go into the office and they're like, I'm so worthy of a promotion, let's get it. And then they get a promotion and you're like, why? I work harder than them. Because even there, it's about feeling worthy. Okay, and let me now give you the secret to a millionaire's engagement, which is, by the way, not anything like magic. You just have to know the steps. So to a millionaire's engagement, you must feel, of course, worthy of that. If you don't feel worthy, we talked about this yesterday, you have a tiny basket, nothing can fit in there. You must feel worthy. Then knowing the dating skills, yeah, some dating basic skills, so that you are magnetic to men. And no, magnetic doesn't mean nice girl. So being magnetic through being authentic, being generally feminine means connected to your emotions, enjoying the moment. So this is what's magnetic to men. And when you feel worthy of that, your basket is big, you feel, and you are magnetic to men. You also know what's magnetic. And you're being seen as a prize. The last thing is just setting high standards and requirements of entry. Basically, asking for what you want. Saying, you know what? I deserve being provided for, and I deserve being fully committed and having an engagement. And yes, you are risking to hear a no, but you know what? You also are risking to hear a yes. And then just get the millionaire's proposal, you get the engagement, the marriage, the millions. So I know it can sound so big for you right now, but it's actually not that big. Once you follow those steps, feeling worthy, magnetic, and setting the standards, you know how it is. When someone wants something bad enough, let's say you want this, let's use the car example. Let's say you want this nice car so much, whatever your dream car is. You don't really care about the price, right? Like how much it costs. I just want it and I wish I can make it happen, right? So they've done a good job creating an amazing car with the marketing. It's like so good and you just want it. And the same is with men. When they're magnetized by you and want you bad enough, they do anything. And of course, they have to be available. Yeah. So the third mistake was to not be afraid to ask. Ask. Feel entitled. Yes, I said it. Feel entitled to it. Go and ask and be like, I deserve that. I'm going to ask. And I decided I'm worthy of that. And you will see who asks also gets. Okay, give me one more second. And then we go to mistake number 4. Okay. Mistake number 4 is trying to do everything by yourself, right? Being the lonely girl who is fighting by herself. And how long have you tried by yourself? I did this mistake too. I was trying by myself. I didn't receive any help and support. And did you think I moved an inch? No. I repeated basically the embodiment from my family, which was survival, feeling unworthy, being in scarcity. You know, you guys know, like I had many issues that I had to overcome. Yeah, not only the dating part, of course, awful dating, awful relationships. I don't even want to start that. But when I was trying to do by myself, I would just create a reality from the consciousness that I embodied, and I just embodied the reality that my family taught me. So trying by yourself, like, let me know how it went, like trying by yourself, because you are creating over and over and over the reality out of your consciousness. Like it takes a different embodiment, a different consciousness to create a new reality. Okay. And you know what? I was kind of mad in the past. I was mad, like, why my family didn't show me amazing things in life. Actually, they showed me the opposite than amazing things. I was so mad. I was blaming them. And I was thinking, why my caretakers didn't show me that I'm worthy in relationship, that I deserve more than being mistreated. And then, you know what? I just got help through coaches, mentors. Not everyone suited me either. I had to try out a few, right? And not all, the most expensive one isn't always the best one. So it just has to be a match, right? But once I started investing in myself, in coaches, mentors, I'm just saving so much life that I'm literally lifetimes ahead of most of my family members. And it actually doesn't matter like compared to them, but just for myself, the pure fact that I got to create a life that is amazing, right? Like health, wealth, amazing relationships, love, that is all that counts. And I'm just so grateful that I did this step, because imagine I would keep living the life, right? The life of the past, of feeling miserable, no money, no love, being mistreated in my dating life. I don't know where this would end, honestly. And I'm just so grateful that I changed, that I got support in form of coaches and mentors. And as I shared also already yesterday, even though my life is amazing now, I still receive the help, because whenever I want to go to the next level, it's just faster. It's like I would take the highway instead of walking, right? And it just saved me years. And honestly, that's why I can coach women who are even much older than me, and I'm having so much success in helping them, because I got the trainings. Like I got the trainings since years. And I'm here where I am doing this huge transformation because I had one-on-one access to coaches and mentors. And there's nothing more powerful than having one-on-one access to someone that is where you are. Let me give you an example. So I had this one beautiful client, and she was believing that, in order to get a millionaire's engagement, she needs to lose weight, she needs to look prettier. Maybe she's also, too old for that, because she was in her 40s. And it was really sad to hear. Like, imagine she keeps trying by herself. She probably would never get a millionaire's engagement, because she had all of those beliefs. And it was also her embodiment. It's not even about the age. It was her embodiment of, I'm just gonna, have low effort men, low income men. And within just a few calls with me, because guess what? I am embodied in the worthiness of, yes, you get to have a millionaire providing for you, committing to you, you're worthy of that. Anything else, a no, not acceptable, throw them out of your rotation, having this vibe, this embodiment. She immediately started attracting millionaires. And got even engagement from one of them, is engaged now. And she was even saying, wow, it is really embodiment. It's really getting into the vibe of I'm worthy, knowing how to be magnetic, and just setting the standard, the requirement of entry, the requirement of being in a relationship with you. What's your requirement? Okay, so yeah, don't try to do things by yourself, because you will just keep driving in a cycle. If you're having fun driving in a cycle, okay, keep driving. But if you reflect for yourself and you realize, you know what, I'm in this cycle since months, since years, maybe I'm gonna change the destination. There's no shame in asking for support. Yeah. So if you're tired of driving in your cycle, then definitely get someone to help you embody a new reality. Okay. And the problem with friends and family is that your current, and that was my issue too. Yeah. So I was thinking, well, but how can I get someone to help me embody my new reality of having a lot of money, and a man who is loving, and a man who is like providing, and all of those things, when my reality keeps repeating? Like, I can't get anyone to to help me embody that, because you're like a magnet, and you will just keep attracting friends and people who are a match for you. So what to do here? In order to get out of the cycle, you will have to have a conscious coach who sees you bigger than where you are, who could pull you up to the new and next level, in order for you to have a new reality. And it's so sad, because I even had clients who worked with amazing other coaches before, and they told me that their coach didn't believe in them. So their coach reflected even their unworthiness. Like, no, please get someone, if you ask for support, get someone who doesn't reflect you. If you feel unworthy and not good enough, and the whole world reflects that men are awful, your friends are awful, your family is awful, you got to get out of the cycle, okay? And having someone who can pull you into a new consciousness where you just attract a new reality. And if you feel like, what are you talking about? I don't understand your consciousness reality thing. Okay, let me give you an example for the end. Imagine I walk into a room and I just feel so unworthy. Like, let's say I'm calling up Here Life. I just feel so unworthy and tiny and not good enough. And I'm just going to have this body posture and speak so, not knowing what to say, look down and looking into the camera a little bit. Like, what kind of impression do you have immediately in your gut? You think like, okay, what's wrong with this girl? Like, why is she even on YouTube? Right? But imagine I just sit up like this, straight, shoulder back. I just talk normally, authentically from my heart, right? And I'm just showing up authentically. Even if I'm sick, I'm still showing up here, sharing with you from my heart what the biggest mistakes are to avoid. It's a complete different vibe, right? It's a vibe where you're like, yeah, let me maybe listen to her, right? And the same is in dating. When you're on a date and you sit like this and you're so shy and you feel so unworthy, and he's so rich and a multimillionaire and he probably has models that date him, and you're in your 40s and you don't know if you're good enough, maybe you also don't have a good body. What is he gonna think? He'll be like, she's probably not good enough. Not because he thinks that, because you think that and he reflects it. But imagine you're this gorgeous woman, you're so worthy, you're so successful. Yeah, you have done your career, you are successful, you put on a nice dress, and you have shoulder back up, and you feel so good in your body. You accept your body no matter how it is, and you are who you are, no matter if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, right? You are who you are, and you're worthy. And the man is most likely going to be like, wow, this woman had something. She is amazing. She's confident, and confidence is sexy. Okay. So I let you go with that. It was so much fun to talk to you ladies. And so I'm still not sure if I'm going to come up live here tomorrow on Sunday, on the weekend, but just click on the notification button and subscribe to not miss the next live stream for the Millionaires Engagement Challenge. There are 3 more coming. 3 more are coming that I'm going to share with you my biggest secrets about getting to a millionaire's engagement. Okay, so thank you so much for watching.